Meantime, concerns over a collision between the coronavirus pandemic and the flu season are rapidly diminishing. Last flu season, 400,000 people were hospitalized with the flu and 22,000 people died. Now compare that to just last week, just ahead of the peak season for influenza, when the Centers for Disease Control reported 165 cases. Joining me now, representing Arizona's 5th Congressional District, Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, I saw you tweeting about this yesterday. The number of reported hospitalizations due to the flu this year, 165. That number seems very, very low. And I get it. I've talked to some of the doctors, and we've had some doctors on this show that say, oh, well, because people are wearing masks and sanitizing their hands, that's helping stop the spread of the flu. But I don't know. Is it okay to be skeptical or have a couple questions as to like where that 400,000 cases went?
Yeah, Stephanie, I think it's perfectly okay to be skeptical. I'm skeptical as well. If it was all about social distance, washing your hands and wearing masks, and that would eradicate the flu, then you would never have needed a flu vaccine, and you would have been able to just go about your business, and we'd always be wearing masks. And that's basically what President Biden has just said. Hey, we're going to wear masks for another year or so. I mean, this becomes a matter of control. So while the flu goes away, might we not be conflating some of the same symptoms of the flu with the same symptoms of COVID? I mean, might we not be conflating those just a little bit?
Yeah, and it's interesting because no one wants to talk about that. You talk to health experts and officials and doctors, and no one wants to go there. So it is rather bizarre. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not treating flu or coronavirus patients, but I will say I am skeptical about the 165 hospitalizations that are in this country, and I think it's okay to ask those questions. And you pointed that out. Biden, during that town hall, he was talking about how we might be wearing masks until next Christmas. I mean, how long is this going to go on for? Are we going to be wearing masks forever in this country? And also, not only that, we played many times on this show clips of Dr. Fauci talking about wearing 2 or 3 masks. The CDC all of a sudden is for that. But if you remember, at the beginning of the pandemic, we didn't need masks. And then now we needed them. Now we need 2 or 3. Who are we supposed to believe?
Well, certainly not Dr. Fauci, because he's the guy that said all those things that you just pointed out. No masks. Then a single mask, except for when he's at a ball game, and then multiple masks, and then get the vaccine and still wear 2 masks. I mean, the information that has come out of CDC is so suspect, and it doesn't even make sense. I mean, how in the world can you have you go up to the host or hostess at the restaurant and you got to wear a mask? You wear that mask as you're walking through, even though you're not even breathing on anybody. You're not within anybody. They seat you down at a table, and you can take off your mask to eat. These types of things are absolutely inconsistent. And American people say, we've had enough. In a free society.